Hi, I'm Joy Kelly. Welcome to another special holiday edition of Cook with Joy. I hope you've been enjoying our shows, and I hope that our YouTube show is becoming one of your favorites. It's certainly one of ours. We've been showing you some healthful alternatives to some traditional holiday classics, and today's not going to be any different. Eggnog is one of those holiday traditions that's really loaded with fat. It's usually made from heavy cream, and people usually put alcohol in it, which is, it's their choice for sure. But today, I'm going to show you how to make a vegan version of eggnog. And as I told you earlier, I like to use other people's recipes. This actually comes from Millennium Restaurant in San Francisco, one of the best vegan restaurants that I know of. It's super fancy and it's super fun. So we're going to make this recipe together today, and it's all really simple. So the first thing we're going to start out with is some tofu. And Millennium recommends this Morunu silken tofu. And this is my first time making this, so let's see if we like their version. There are lots of other varieties and brand names of tofu out there. The thing that you want to make sure is that it's organic. That is the #1 important thing. You don't want to be eating non-organic soy. So let's get this open, and we're going to cut this along the top. This is a very different packaging, this Tetra Pak, and I have a love-hate relationship with Tetra Paks. I love them because I think that they're really good for the environment. I think they never have any BPA, they don't have any BPA, no plastic inside of them, and I think that's all very good. But my hate part is that sometimes they're a little bit hard to maneuver. That was pretty easy though, that wasn't bad. Now we're going to use a couple of different milk type products, and today I'm going to use cashew milk, almond milk, and I'm also going to use a little bit of an almond milk creamer. The recipe calls for soy, almond milk, and rice milk, but I don't have any rice milk, so I'm just kind of improvising, and I think you can play around and see what you like best. But we're going to put a cup and a half of cashew milk. Once again, I'm using a dry measuring cup for liquids, which is kind of a no-no, but I'm doing it anyway. And then I'm going to use a cup of almond milk. And I'm going to also use a cup of the almond milk creamer. Now the reason you would use rice milk is if you didn't want to have a nut milk. I don't have any allergies like that. I think that most people don't process dairy very well. I think that most of us get inflamed when we're drinking dairy on a regular basis. So that's why I recommend having a plant-based milk like the cashew, almond, or the rice milk. I'm also going to add the equivalent of 1 banana. And what I've heard is that 3 DP bananas equals 1 regular banana. So we're going to use 3 of these, and they should be super ripe. And this one is pretty ripe. Just going to take that off. And if you want to know what DP stands for, you can message me and I'll message you back privately. All right. So 3 DP bananas equals 1 regular. Now these are super ripe, remember, because we need that for the consistency. We're going to add a little bit of maple syrup for some sweetness. It calls for half a cup, but I'm going to try 1/3 of a cup and see if that works just as well. Because I don't think that we need, maple syrup is a great source of sweetener. It's a plant-based, as all sweeteners are, but I think that it's one of your better choices. It's got a lot of vitamins and minerals in it too. And instead of vanilla extract, which it calls for, I'm going to add a whole vanilla bean, just because there's some other things that you can get besides just the vanilla, just the extract. So I'm going to cut that up, and then I'm going to add a little bit of cinnamon. And it says to add like 1.5 teaspoons, so you see how precisely I'm measuring? That's really important, especially at Christmas time. So I'm going to fill that up, and then we're just going to fit this cap on and blend it. Now if you wanted this to be cold, which a lot of people do, like really cold eggnog, you could add some ice to it. Everybody hold your ears for a second. Okay. Let's give that a try.
How do you know when it's done?
I don't know, I didn't see any chunks floating around anymore, so I'm pretty sure it's done. I'm pretty sure. Let's try it. Okay, so we're going to pour some into these fancy glasses.
What about the booze?
Yeah, we can add some booze. Wow, that's pretty darn good. Now it says to add some fresh nutmeg, and you know how when things smell really strong, they have lots of antioxidants in them, so I'm going to take out my handy dandy grater.
Cheese grater?
Well, you could call it a cheese grater. I call it a nutmeg grater because we don't do cheese on this show. And I'm just going to put a little bit over the top. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Look at that. I am so happy I made this. Our kids really like eggnog, and so we always buy the store-bought stuff for them, but this is gonna become, and that was super easy to make. Oh my gosh. Was that fun or what? Oh, if you want to add some booze, our best resources say that Captain Morgan Original Spiced Rum is the stuff to add. I'm not a rum drinker, but let's just put a little shot of that in there.
Who are those resources?
Well, I think my husband talked to them at the liquor store. Let's just put a little capful in there and see if that improves the flavor. Let's go for 2 capfuls. Let's see if that improves the flavor at all. And there you have it, holiday eggnog. You could have this at Thanksgiving, you could have it at Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's. It's really festive and fun. You can have it with some alcohol, without some alcohol, but you know, overall, especially without the alcohol, really good stuff for you, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that you've enjoyed the special holiday edition of Cook with Joy, and I hope that you'll join us for our next episode as well. Happy holidays!